Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras is under pressure to deliver concessions in debt talks with EU officials. He's met European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker as both sides try to broker an end to the deadlocked negotiations, which have dragged on for 4 months. The head of the European Council warned Greece that it was running out of time.
It's my opinion that the Greek government has to be, I think, a little bit more realistic. There's no more space for gambling. There's no more time for gambling. The day is coming, I am afraid, that someone says that the game is over, in fact.
Tsipras is seeking a further restructuring of the country's debts. Eurozone finance ministers will meet on June the 18th for further talks, which the EU's Donald Tusk called decisive.
Ελληνίδες Έλληνες, εδώ και 6 μήνες η ελληνική κυβέρνηση δίνει μια μάχη μέσα σε συνθήκες πρωτοφανούς οικονομικής ασφυξίας, προκειμένου να εφαρμόσει τη δική σας εντολή στις 25 του Γενάρη. Την εντολή διαπραγμάτευσης με τους εταίρους μας για να τερματιστεί η λιτότητα και να επανέλθει στη χώρα μας η ευημερία και η κοινωνική δικαιοσύνη. Για μια βιώσιμη συμφωνία που θα σέβεται τόσο τη δημοκρατία όσο και τους κοινούς ευρωπαϊκούς κανόνες και θα οδηγεί στην οριστική έξοδο από την κρίση.
Greece is on life support, and the Greek people know it. They're pulling their cash out of banks in ever-increasing amounts. 31 billion euros have been taken out of Greek banks since November 2014. Deposits currently stand at 133 billion euros. 12 months ago, that figure was 161 billion. The European Central Bank is maintaining liquidity in the Greek economy with the Emergency Liquidity Assistance Programme. So far, 80.2 billion euros has been injected by the ECB. But Greece can't agree with its creditors on the next course of treatment for the economy. Unless they do, the ECB's triage could come to an end, turning off funding and leaving Greece alone. That would require an emergency procedure: capital controls. Those controls would restrict the amount of money that could be withdrawn or transferred abroad, as happened with Cyprus in 2013. Banks there stopped people sending more than 20,000 euros to foreign accounts and limited daily cash withdrawals to 300 euros. So without a deal for the Greek people, it could be bitter medicine to swallow.
As Greece steps closer to defaulting on its $1.8 billion debt, its parliament approved a referendum on whether to accept its international creditors' terms for reforms. A yes vote would unlock billions in bailout loans, but it's also raised questions in other countries about Greece's future in the Eurozone. Analysts have already raised the possibility of a Grexit or Greece exit, which could prompt other countries such as Britain and Portugal to follow suit.
A dramatic scene is unfolding this morning in Greece. There is a run on banks as people rush to withdraw their money ahead of a possible Greek exit from the Eurozone.
Normally, referendum questions should be pretty simple things. Should Scotland be an independent country, yes or no? But in the case of the Greek referendum, well, you can see here it can hardly be more long or complicated. Let me just read out a translation. Should the plan of agreement be accepted, which was submitted by the European Commission, the European Central Bank and the International Monetary Fund in the Eurogroup of the 25th of June 2015 and comprises of 2 parts which constitute their unified proposal. The first document is entitled Reforms for the Completion of the Current Programme and Beyond, and the second, Preliminary Debt Sustainability Analysis. No or yes. To make matters even more complicated, the whole document itself is extremely long, difficult even for economists, and it's no longer valid.
With 2 days until the Greek referendum, Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras has insisted that a no vote will give him a chance to negotiate a better outcome. His promise comes despite European Parliament President Martin Schulz calling for Tsipras to be replaced by a technocrat government. If the yes vote wins, the banks will open, but with a deal that will not be viable. But if that's the decision of the Greek people, either from fear, from pressure or choice, then we will respect it. If the no vote wins and the no is stronger, I assure you that the very next day I will be in Brussels and a deal will be signed.
If there is a yes, we have committed to signing on the dotted line of the kind of agreement that was offered to us, in which case the ECB will be happy to open the banks.
Right. So if there's a yes vote, you will sign the deal that's on offer?
Well, we are unreconstructed Democrats, aren't we? Right. We said that we're going to take this to the Greek people, and if the Greek people say yes to this particular kind of proposal by the institutions, we would do whatever it takes in order to make sure that it's signed. If a no vote, as we are recommending to the Greek people, is delivered, then we will immediately start negotiations, and believe you me, there is going to be an agreement along lines that are different to that of the institutions.
Let me just explore that for a moment. So, what are the Greek people voting on? What is, because there are plenty of people out there that are saying at the moment that there is effectively no offer on the table, that we're starting with a blank piece of paper, you're out of a programme. So I'm curious to what you think the Greek people are voting on.
That's a bit disingenuous, isn't it? On the 25th of June, in the Eurogroup, I was presented with a very comprehensive proposal by institutions. It was more or less on the take-it-or-leave-it basis. And what we said was, for us, just reading it, and I'm sure that any independent observer would agree with this, this was another extend and pretend. If we were to agree on that, we would be extending the crisis for another few months. Yeah. The banks would be open, but we would have exactly the same situation as we've had in the last 5 months. So what we're saying to the Greek people is, no more extend and pretend. Please back us to say no, not to a deal, but to this deal, which has absolutely no specific funding proposal coming with it, and no debt sustainability analysis that is worth the paper that is written on. So this is what we're saying no to. This kind of mentality where, just sign up, take a small tranche of money just to tie you over for a few months, and then we come back to the same crisis, to the same crunch negotiation. Yeah. It's time to end this.
τον Κώστα Θωμαίδη, την Ρίτα Αντωνοπούλου και τον Θήμιο Παπαδόπουλο. ήρθαμε εδώ, είμαστε εδώ να πούμε ένα μεγάλο όχι σε όσους επιχειρούν να βιάσουν την εθνική κυριαρχία, τη δημοκρατία, την ανεξαρτησία, σε όσους επιμένουν να κάνουν την Ελλάδα απικία χρέους, βοηθούμενοι από τις τρεις κυβερνήσεις του Παπανδρέου, του Παπαδήμου, των Σαμαρά Βενιζέλου και όλων των delivery boys, με τη βοήθεια του Μέγκα, του Αντένα, του Σκάι και όλων των υπολείπων. Αυτό είναι το όχι που πρέπει να πούμε. Αυτό είναι το όχι που πρέπει να πούμε σε αυτούς που βγάλαν από τις ντουλάπες τα φαντάσματα τον Σιμίτη υπόλογο για το χρηματιστήριο του 1999, τον Κώστα Καραμαλή που σιωπούσε για 5 χρόνια στα εγκλήματα που γινόντουσαν.
Λάθος χώρα να πειραματιστούν και να την τιμωρήσουν. Την Κυριακή ψηφίζουμε όχι. Όχι στους εκβιασμούς και στα τελεσίγραφα. Λέμε όχι γιατί θέλουμε μια Ελλάδα όρθια με αξιοπρεπείς πολίτες σε μια δημοκρατική και αλληλέγγυα. Και απορούν γιατί δεν τα βρήκαμε. Έχουν δίκιο. Δεν τα βρήκαμε γιατί μας χωρίζουν 5 λέξεις. Αλέξης Τσίπρας, Πρωθυπουργός της Ελλάδας. Αυτό δεν δέχονται μια αριστερή κυβέρνηση. Αυτό δεν αντέχουν να δεχτούν. Εμείς όμως τη δεχόμαστε και τον δεχόμαστε. Κυρίες και κύριοι, ο Πρωθυπουργός της Ελλάδας, κύριος Αλέξης Τσίπρας.
Πολίτες της Αθήνας, ελληνική ΔΑΕ, σήμερα δεν διαμαρτυρόμαστε. Σήμερα